I saw the chairs upstairs.
Welcome, everyone. First of all, it's a big simcha for our shul that we had another siyum finishing together the entire Masechtas Avodah Zarah, and it brings bracha, gesund to the shul. So thank you, everyone, for participating. We want to roll out the red carpet of welcome to my former Mispalim and present Talmidim, Barry Cement and Irving Fishbaum, who join us every night and bring so much joy to us. Also joining us is Menachos Umansky, and he was here before. I'm not sure if he's here anymore, but Yitzi Fuchs. We are sponsored in our learning of Mishna Yomis by the Fisher family, Nishmas Basi Bas Rabbi, Shlomo ben Avram Alevi, Perel Bas Ruvain, also Nishmas Dav Ben Chaim, Lefu Shalema for Eliyom Moshe Mechai Sar, Yaakov ben Basi Aleya, Avram and Yom Ben Ishma Malki Yehudis should have Atzlacha with the family, by Yol Klugman and family. We learned Lefu Shalema. You might... I might look a little tired to you now. I'm not sure if I do, but if I do, my shver was in the emergency room last night till 5 in the morning. But he's back home and he's okay. So we learn for Avigdor Aryeh ben Rivka Hinda bas Chayesara, for Rivka bas Shira Leah, Chana bas Shashabina, Yitzhak ben Tzim ben Dusha, Mishna ben Esther Fradel, and Meir ben Chayesara. They should have a refuah shalema b'seich shachar Yisrael. Leah bas Edel Minka. So Mishnah Gimel tells us, now we're talking about korbanos that have two parts. The Taida, the Thanksgiving offering, is brought together with 40 different types of 10 different types of loaves. So it's brought with a total of 40 loaves. So ha-toida mefageles es alechem. So if when shechting the toida, they have in mind to eat the meat after its time, that affects and disqualifies also the 40 loaves. V'alechem, but if he shechts it having in mind to eat the bread after its time, that doesn't ruin the carbon itself. Ketzad, hashoichet as hatoida, if he shechts a Thanksgiving offering, lechol mimeno lemacher, to eat from its meat the next day, which is a machshav of chutz l'zmana, it's a machshav of pegel, hi v'alechem mefugalim, both the carbon and the 40 loaves are pegel, because the 40 loaves are secondary, are ancillary to the carbon. But if he shechts the carbon lechol min alechem lemacher, to eat the loaves the next day, halechem mefugel, only the loaves become pigel, but vatoida, the carbon itself, eina mefugelis. Now the same thing is true. There's another carbon that has two parts, and that's the kipsei atzeres. The kipsei atzeres, the lambs that were brought on Shavuos, they were brought together with two loaves, with the shtei alechem. So hakvasim mifaglen es alechem. If he shechts the lambs, having in mind to eat the meat of the lamb the next day, that's pigel, that affects and makes pigel also the two loaves. But v'alechem einu mifagel es hakvasim. But if he shechts them, having in mind to eat the loaves the next day, the meat of the carbon doesn't become pigel. Okay, like I just explained. Hashoichet es hakvasim, if he shechts the lambs, lechel mehem lemacher, to eat from the meat the next day, not only does the meat become pigel, but the two loaves also become pigel. Heim v'alechem mefugalim. Lechem and alechem lemacher. But if he shechts the lambs, having in mind to eat the two loaves the next day, halechem mefugel, only the loaves become pigel. V'akfasim einan mefugalim. The lambs don't become pigel. Now we know that there are certain karbanos that are accompanied by nesachim. Now most people think nesachim are only the wine libations, but they're actually called minchas nesachim. There's a meal offering and wine brought together with certain karbanos. So hazevach mefagel es hanesachim mishikatcher b'kli. Once they already put the wine in the clay sharis, the meal offering in the clay sharis, if he has in mind when he shechts the carbon that he's going to eat it the next day, then the nesachim also become pigel. Divrei Hameir. That's the opinion of Hameir. However, v'nesachim einon mefaglen es hazevach. But if when he shechts the carbon he has in mind to do the nesachim the next day, that doesn't affect the meat of the carbon. Ketzad? Hashoichet es hazevach lechol mimenu l'machar. If he shechts the carbon to eat from it the next day, so then the nesachim become pigel. Hu nesachim mefagolim. Lahakriv b'nan nesachim l'machar. But if he shechts the carbon, having in mind to offer the nesachim the next day, the libation and the meal offering will become pigel, but v'azevach eina mefugel, but the carbon itself does not become pigel. Rabbi Sayim Hashem, after Ma'ariv, we will have the daf at 8. Again, I want to thank our sponsors for the siyum. Berish Gesseman and Rich Leonard, Ruvain Shanit, and Yaakov Warman, and Gedalia and Chani Egel that put it all together. Thank you very much. You know, it's a wonderful thing to use your resources to help a lot of people. Hashem likes that. I want to also say that Baruch Ian also offered to help, and I told him we didn't need it, so he's on standby for bigger and better things. Huh? What?
I opened my mouth.
Yeah, no, he's on standby. We when we need to build the Beis HaKnesses, so.
You know what to send him.
Yeah. Huh? Yeah, well, we have next week also. But I think about bigger things. I have. Yeah.